Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Joe and Joss, for putting this on, and thanks for inviting me. The last couple of weeks, I've not been feeling too well, and unfortunately, that means I get a lot of time to sort of think, and so you're going to get the unfortunate outcome of that process of thinking. And as I told Joss before, it's really hard right now to not just believe all people are shit. It's really, really hard. Like, everyone you ever liked in a movie, shit. Yeah. Everyone who ever produced a piece of art that you enjoyed, they're shit too. Yep. Everybody who you ever liked their music, yep, they're shit. The president we already knew was shit. But it just is like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? And so I started to think about what the fuck is going on and what is it that needs to happen. You know, there's that old saying, absolute power corrupts absolutely, power corrupts. There's this whole thing about who's got power, and that when someone has power, it turns them into a shit. And whether that power is, I'm in a popular band, or whether that power is, I'm a millionaire, or whether that power is, I am casting this movie, it just seems to turn everyone who gets a little bit of power into some sort of shithead who wants to abuse people. And I have to stop and think, like, does that mean just all people are absolute evil? Is that it? Are we as a species just evil? Is that the message? Is that what we're learning? That when we're allowed to be evil, we just will be. So you're a white person and you get white privilege, and so you're just going to be evil to people of color, because why not? You're a man and you have privilege over women, so you're just going to be evil to women. Why not? You've got money and you can be evil. You can be evil you have some power over poor people. You can be evil to them. Let's do it. Let's be evil. Why not? And it just feels like on and on and on, no matter what it is. Anybody who has this, even the tiniest bit of power, is just like, hey, look at my dick. Like, because I've got some power and I can use it over you. It's like, fuck that. And then this whole code of silence that comes around it, because they've got some power. So don't speak out against them or you won't have any power. They'll come and take it away from you. So shh. So don't say anything about the way they fucked you over. Don't say anything about the shitty things they've done, because they've got some power. Well, fuck that. They don't have any power over you, really. Come on. Why are we letting this continue? Why are we letting these people use their little bit of power, quote unquote, that they found to fuck us over? Stop, say no, say this is not okay. And that's what's starting to happen. And when that starts to happen a little bit, you know what it looks like? It looks like everybody's shit. Because when you start telling the truth about what goes on, know who's shitty? Not just the shitty people you knew were shitty. The nice people who you thought were nice, some of them are shitty too. That friend you had, who you thought was such a good friend, they're basically a shit when they have a little bit of power too. That they have been doing it. So what do we need to do? We need to stop the imbalances of power. We need to stop the imbalances of power. Power is an illusion that we let happen because we've been conditioned. We've been told from birth that some people have power and some people don't, and that's just the way it is. That's how the system works. That's how it's all set up. It's the frame in which we work. And if you want to succeed in life, you gotta get some power. You gotta figure out a way that you can get some power. And so we're all scrambling around, trying to get some power. And then when we get it, we say, fuck, I got some power, look at my dick. Or whatever is the equivalent for you. You know, that is, and because it's just like, wow, I had to put up with all this shit. I had to climb my way up this ridiculous ladder to power. And now I get here, and it's like, this really didn't get me anything real, so I guess I'll just be shitty to people because I'm mad about everything I had to do to get some power. How about don't try and get the power? How about just being who you are? You don't have to have somebody else's power. You don't have to have somebody else's credential. You don't have to have somebody else tell you that it's okay for you to be you. But we got a whole system, a whole society from top to bottom. From capitalism to patriarchy, to race relations, to religious domination, to everything. All the systems are interlocking, and they all tell us, you want to be at the top. And the only way to get to the top is to go out and get some power. I don't have an answer, as I said. I've just been in bed a couple of weeks thinking about things. And everybody is shit, is what I came up with. And this just is an example, one little example, but if you have an idea about how you can try and live in your world, not giving people power that they don't deserve, not going silent when somebody who seems to have power is doing something shitty, not letting people getting away with doing shitty things just because they have some influence, maybe that influence will go away. Maybe we can change it. Maybe we can stop it. Maybe it's okay to tell your uncle at Thanksgiving that he's a racist. Yes. And not give him the power of being an elder or being somebody in authority or not upsetting your family. Maybe you can tell your cousin that it's not okay to say, if someone I was dating was trans, I would kill them. Because that's not okay to say. We all know it's not okay to do, right? I hope in this room we all know that. But there are people who think it's okay to say that. There really are. And it's not okay to say. And maybe we can say something when a person we know is abusing women in his life. We can just say it. We just say that's not okay. No matter who they are, no matter how powerful they seem to be, we can just say it. And I don't know if that'll solve it, but it'll take away some of the power, I think, if we can just speak truth all the time. And I know it's cliche to say speak truth to power, but what other choice do we have unless we give in to all those systems? Unless we say might makes right. Unless we say that all that story that we've been told about how the world is supposed to work is right. And I just can't do that anymore at all. It's just, because if I give into that, if I give into the idea that those systems are okay, then people really are shit. And I don't believe that, honestly, even though I've been thinking on it while I think people are basically good, and the systems we live in are shit. And what we need to do is change those systems. So anything you can do, do it. For me, I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the throbbing of the drums, because that's what I need right now to make it through the next few hours. So enjoy the night, everybody. Thanks for listening. Those are my musings. Drummers Only, 2017 begins.